Hey guys, this is Sam, and I have not made a What's on My iPhone video in far too long. You guys deserve to see what apps I'm using every single day, so let's go ahead and jump into it. The phone I'm using right now is the 128GB red iPhone 7. I've been using this thing since the day it came out. I love it, it's beautiful, and it doesn't have any functional improvements over a red iPhone 7, but it's pretty sexy, so I use it every day. The wallpaper I will leave linked down below in the description. It's one of those new ones from iOS 10.3.3, and I think it looks incredible as well. I'll leave a link to that along with everything else that I talk about in this video down below in the description, just so you can find everything pretty easily. All right, page number 1 right here. We got stock apps up at the very top. About halfway down is where the action begins. First up is Google Calendar, and this app is beautiful. The reason I'm using this over the stock calendar app is because it adds really nice cards on some stuff. So when you add something generic like basketball, it'll create something that looks like this. It's just a little bit more interactive, a little bit more attractive to look at than just straight events like that, or in the stock calendar app. So it jazzes it up, makes it more fun to look at, and I feel like it helps me stay on top of things or stay more organized. Plus, I switched completely over from iCloud to Google Calendar, and well, this is Google Calendar, so it works really well. All right, continuing on to the next app is Tweetbot. A lot of people ask me why I use this over the stock Twitter app, and for me, it's the best way to stay on top of the news. Obviously, news is basically what this channel is about. So whenever something happens, I get it instantly. Like I'm just searching for new tweets right now. Tweetbot has this really cool feature called streaming, where at all times it's constantly looking for new tweets. I don't have to pull to refresh. I don't have to struggle to keep up with breaking news or something that's happening. It's instant, and I have Tweetbot on my iPhone, my iPad, and my Mac. So everything syncs across devices, and it works really well. Like, it's the best way for me to get my news. So Tweetbot, it's a little pricey. I think it's like $10 on the iPhone and about $10 on the Mac as well. But for me, 100% worth it. YouTube. I discovered this fun little app lately. I don't think it's mainstream yet. Like, not a lot of people have heard of it. But I upload videos to here from time to time, so check it out if you guys are interested. Instagram, very popular photo sharing app. GroupMe, if you're a college student, there's a chance that that app is installed on your phone, because practically every group chat at college has to do with GroupMe now, so it's lots of fun to use that app. It recently got a nice update, and I'm loving it. Dark Sky is my go-to weather app. They have really good up-to-the-minute push notifications for rain. Like, for example, I'll probably get a push notification around 5 p.m. tonight because it says that there's supposed to be some rain near my home. It's not the most well-designed app, and it's glitchy sometimes, but it has a watch for the it has an app for the Apple Watch as well. And it works pretty well. Right here you can spin around and see some radar and play through it, and it works decently well. Not 100% accurate because, I mean, it is weather and it's not 100% predictable, but for what it is, it works well, and I feel like it's my favorite way to go ahead and look at and interpret the weather. Snapchat, pretty simple for sending photos. YouTube Studio allows me to view all my analytics for my YouTube channel, which are so incredibly useful and valuable through this whole YouTube process. Facebook, Sonos is incredible. This allows me to play music throughout my home. So I can see like 3 speakers I have grouped together. All 3 of these rooms in my house right now are going to be playing the same song, and I'll play it just for a second so I don't get copyrighted. But these are actually on the speakers behind me. Sonos is incredible. I would highly recommend checking it out. I'm probably going to do a desk setup soon featuring Sonos because they're just amazing, and I've been using them for years, and they are my favorite speakers. Now, next up is Bear. I feel like a lot of people haven't heard about this one. I use this for all my notes for school, for my notes, for YouTube, for basically notes in general. You can see that I don't even have the stock notes app on my home screen. I think it's hidden in this folder. But back to Bear, I like it a lot. It's a little bit different. It uses a lot of markup styling as far as when you're writing notes and typing things. Start a new note right here, you can see you can type in the header, or you can change it to header 2 or 3. There's a lot you can customize here, definitely a lot more advanced than the stock notes app, but all my notes for school are taken in here. I see these very valuable final exam tips for Com 203 at my university, and yeah, it's my note app. Really big fan, and it's about $15 a year for the pro version, but for me, totally worth it. Clash Royale is a game that I have not stopped playing since it came out in, I think, March 2016. I don't usually play a lot of iOS games. In fact, I think this is one of the only ones that I continually play, but it's so much fun. It's by Supercell, who made Clash of Clans. Highly recommend it if you're looking for a fun tower-ish defense game. It's not totally tower defense. I guess that's an interesting way to describe it, but it's a lot of fun and my favorite iOS game, and it has been for the past few months. Not a whole lot of exciting things here, just the stock and default Apple apps, activity for the Apple Watch. Blackbox is a fun app. This one I discovered by happen chance, or it was on the front page of the App Store, and it wants you to solve all these little puzzles on the inside. I have not been able to figure out some of these. For example, this one has to do with audio, because you can see every time I talk, things pop up, but I don't know how to win this one. All right, here's one that I can actually demonstrate what this app is. So for example, for brightness, if you turn it all the way down, you're gonna unlock that box, and if you go up and turn it all the way up to max brightness, you unlock that second box. It's really cool, and I think I'm kind of fanboying over it just because it has to do a lot with iOS, and like one's pulling down a notification center, invoking control center and doing this, or switching apps and enabling a third-party extension. Like there's so much you can do in here. It's free, and you have to pay for some stuff, but they give you a good sample without paying a cent. Very cool iOS game, highly recommended. Vlogo I use to post some things on my site from time to time. It's sort of like a WordPress third-party client. Meta Recorder, I use this to record audio from my lapel mic whenever I'm doing kind of a video where I'm in front of the camera, and that's how you actually record the audio from the lapel through Lightning to my phone. Apple Store for buying things off the Apple Store or scheduling a Genius Bar appointment. Twim is interesting, or Twitter messaging. It allows you, it's like a third-party client for Twitter direct messages, and I haven't set it up. It was set up at one point, but I updated it, and you have to re-authenticate it. So I don't use it a ton, but it's a little bit interesting if you're having a long and lengthy conversation in the Twitter messaging department. 1Password is incredible. It allows you to store all your passcodes and keys and credit cards and personal information in the same place. I would open it up, but then I'd kind of be exposed. So I'll just leave it at that. I'll flash a screenshot up on display so you can check out what it looks like, but you can see if I try to open it up right now, it wants to see Touch ID, and if I do this, it'll take you to this page with nothing revealed, but it shows you all your items, your logins, notes, credit cards, social security, email accounts, all in the same place, and it syncs across Mac or iOS if you bought it on both. Very handy for remembering passwords, especially if you have some complex ones. Deliveries allows me to track anything that I order. So for example, I just ordered some new light bulbs, and I'm able to track them through here. Very pretty, gives you up to the minute push notifications, and I've been using it for a long time now. Very good app, cost a couple bucks, but if you order a lot of things online, it's very useful. Twitter Engage allows me to view some analytics for Twitter with my 1.3 million followers, and it actually looks like that part of Twitter's down, or it's having some issues right now. Not totally sure what the problem is, but it allows me to view some analytics. You can also tweet and do things like polls and basically understand what's happening with your audience on Twitter, so very useful. This is just the Twitter app because new features always come there before anywhere else, so it's cool when new character limits are removed or when direct messaging images were added. I could use it there before it's ever added to a third-party app like Tweetbot. AdSense allows me to view my ad revenue through YouTube-ish, but a lot through my website. Cash allows me to send money to other people or receive it as well. This is made by Square, and I don't think I've ever actually done a transaction through it or with it, but it's beautiful and it looks like it'd work really well. Spotify, I don't actually have premium on. I just use it for the free version from time to time, but I have Apple Music student, so I get it for $5 a month, and I use Apple Music for all my streaming needs. This is really cool, so I can actually control my garage door through an app on my phone. There's also an Apple Watch app as well. It works well. Like I can just tap right here and open my garage door, and it allows you to check if you ever have those doubts like, did I shut the garage door? You just pop open the app and you can check from there.